Yes, graduates, welcome to Hard Talk Podcast with HTK. Fasten your seatbelts. Users and subscribers, welcome back to another episode of Hard Talk with HTK. We've got a couple of stories to cover for this episode, but I'm going to start with the more serious of the two first. A young lady has been allegedly drugged and assaulted by 3 men. This victim had her complete ordeal at the Ragu bar recorded, and it has gone since viral all over the internet. This essay that took place, it really blew my mind. I did see the video. And my God, you could tell that this young lady, she was out of her mind, that she was not in full control of her faculties. And at the Ragu's sports bar, there was a DJ, and this DJ was more or less encouraging the crowd to do things to this girl, particularly one man with whom she was interacting with, dancing with, in a drunken and just mentally out of its state. And this man, he proceeded to pull down this young lady's jeans with the help of another man who was standing to the side. And then, on the encouragement of the DJ, the young lady's top was removed. They proceeded to basically assault her physically in every way. There were men on the side who were having their way with her private parts, inserting fingers. It was so bad. And then the worst part is that the man whom she was mainly being manhandled by penetrated the young lady on a table in front of everyone who stood by with cameras filming the scene. It was the most gruesome thing I'd ever seen. Very, very horrific and very disgraceful. This 20-year-old woman, because at first it was thought that she was a minor, but she was actually 20 years old. She's of Amerindian descent, and she resides on the Susdike-Linden Highway. She went into the Timeri police station late Friday night, and she made a report. They are withholding her identity to protect her privacy. And she, in an official interview, has claimed that she was unknowingly drugged and then raped by 3 men at the now shuttered Ragu Sports Bar in Susdike. This disturbing video, it began circulating on social media, and it showed that the young woman was visibly violated while the onlookers recorded and laughed, and the DJ encouraged the abuse over a loudspeaker. So far, the police have arrested the bartender and several other individuals who are persons of interest, and investigators are saying that there are efforts being made to locate additional suspects and witnesses who appeared in the viral footage. Word on the street is that one of the young ladies who was in the crowd, also laughing while this vicious affair took place with the young lady, the 20-year-old, is actually her relative. And she just laughed and did absolutely nothing. Now, I don't know if there's more to this case in that this relative, who ought to be questioned, had something to do with what took place on that fateful night. But I can't imagine standing by and watching men do this to my own relative and not reacting quite violently, instead of standing there laughing while others film what took place. So far, the Ministry of Human Services and Social Security have condemned the actions of everyone who was involved in this terrible crime. There was a post that was placed by Vindhya Vasini Prasad shortly after the event with the disturbing video, where she has condemned what took place and made it clear that she had alerted the Guyana Police Force and the Ministry of Home Affairs and the Ministry of Human Services, who collaborated to address the act. They had identified the bar and shut it down, and ensured that people were placed in full custody. And in a recent update, she made it clear that anyone involved or complicit in what took place with the lady at the Ragu's bar must be held accountable. And if persons have any information, they ought to report it to the Timeri police station. And I'm liking the fact that she's noting that everyone has responsibilities and accountability for the actions, including the owners of the bar, as well as those who did the act itself. It is also wonderful to note that the bar has remained shut and that the young woman is safe and receiving full support, survivor advocacy, shelter, counseling, and legal support.
This is the new bar here, Ragu bar, the rapist bar. Watch here. At Katek's right newsroom. This is the correct thing here. How do you want to put up? What's your name? Today. That is it.
I completely condemn the action, and I'm only pleased that justice is being served and that somebody is advocating on her behalf to ensure she gets access to the right services. These men were disgusting, and the women who stood by in the crowd as well, equally abhorrent and despicable. Because how can you see that happening to a fellow female and stand by and laugh and film is beyond me. There is no way anyone couldn't see that she was not willing to participate in what took place. Because even while things were happening, you could see many times she's pushing the man aside. But with reduced capacity and functionality due to being drugged and under the influence, it's clear that she didn't have the strength, the coordination to protect herself. I am absolutely disgusted by those men and that DJ and the owner for facilitating such an act on its premises. We just have to place this lady in prayers and also hope that the systems do not fail her. In a recent post made by Ameir Lewis, the aunt of Adriana Young, she's made it clear that Gabriella was hospitalized. That's Adriana's sister. She was hospitalized twice, and that they have resorted to confiscating the child's phone in order to help her heal. Allegedly, she's been looking at pictures and videos of her sister, and that she cries every day for the loss of her sibling. This is such a sad situation. And people, listen, it's one thing I've always been sensitive to is the fact that all of this must be having such a negative impact on the siblings of Adriana, who, with all of the noise and the excitement and the fight for justice, going to be often overlooked because people are just focused on the case. But we have got to remember these children in the midst of it all are also grieving the loss of Adriana. And it was touching to see this post, and it's also good to hear that the family is being proactive to protect her from social media and the internet, so that she's not having this constant trauma relived, and to give her time to heal. So then, me go up on TikTok, people. So when I go up on TikTok now, I see one post from Haley Comet. Now, I want you to listen to this post before I say what I have to say, because honestly, I can't believe this. But anyway, I want you to just listen to what Haley Comet is saying.
So yesterday, Ameir Lewis, who's the aunt of Adriana Young, told everybody on her Facebook story that Adriana Young's baby sister Gabby, who is a couple of years younger than Adriana, has been admitted to hospital twice due to the fact that she is struggling to cope with the loss of her sister. She is absolutely struggling with grief and missing her sister, and just kind of probably the unfairness of it all. 3 months ago they were a family of 3 children and 2 parents, and now there is a gaping hole in their family in the shape of Adriana. This is absolutely heartbreaking. Now, Amika goes on to say that they've had to confiscate the phone off of Gabby because she is consistently just spending all day, every day crying and looking at photos and videos of Adriana. I'm just so saddened to hear this. Like, obviously we knew that Gabby and also Adriana's younger brother were going to struggle. And what they've gone through is so unfair, so horrific and so tragic. And on top of that, you know, they now have two parents who are not the same as they were before. They are in deep grief. And I'm just so sorry. And, you know, like I always offer, if any of Adriana's family are watching this video and there is anything I can do to help at all, whether it be pay for some counselling or sort out some kind of treats for Gabby and also Adriana's baby brother, if there's anything we can do, you know, to even help out a little bit, we always will. So please get in contact if that's something that would be helpful.
Haley comment, are you serious? Are you for real? It's like you like problems, right? Listen, those of you who are on my channel who are fans of Haley, who are ardent followers of Haley, they're in the comment community every day. I want to pass this message on to Haley comment. Haley, stop trying to raise funds for this family. Stop trying to do things for this family other than report the case. You 1 minute you say you're only going to stick to whatever the case is and updating your community, and then now here you come again wanting to raise funds for counseling and blah blah blah. Listen, nobody is questioning whether or not your heart is in the right place here. The family have asked you to back off, and if they're asking you to do so, they ask you kindly, they ask you meanly, they ask you rudely, they ask you in all kind of way. Leave them alone. Stop putting yourself in a position where you're going to end up getting the backlash. It doesn't make any sense to me. Why are you putting yourself in a position to one, you're going to start drawing down funds for counseling or for whatever it is that the child needs? You don't realize that this is going to fuel the criticisms that you're receiving, that you have got to do this for money and that there's something in it for you. Please stop. The family have asked you to stop. They don't want to deal with you on the case. Just deal with whatever it is that you want to report based on what's come out. You were commenting so fine until you got to this point, and I'm just like, not again. Stop, Haley. Stop doing it. Stop offering things personally to the family. They don't want to have anything to do with you. And I can't put it in any other words. And I know you're thinking that you're doing the right thing, but I'm telling you, they have asserted their boundaries. Respect them. So let's move on. Anyway, Doggy versus Ameir. Listen, nobody, absolutely nobody is going to get HTK to dislike Doggy. Okay? So y'all can say whatever you want to say about Doggy. I find Doggy entertaining. He's very funny. And he is a little bit of a mischievous character that I just find him so entertaining to watch. But that aside, okay, put HTK's personal feelings about Doggy aside. Doggy is a troublemaker. Doggy is a miscreant. And Doggy, you need to stop the foolishness. Now, I'm sure by now you have all heard that Doggy has gone to court. The charges were dropped or dismissed or whatever. He beat the charges. With regards to this situation with the lady where he pulled the gun. Now he's saying it's a BB gun. It's not an actual real gun or whatever. And a lot has come out since then. We've heard about corruption from the PPP, that they, in fact, were paying off the woman. Well, not in fact, allegedly was paying the woman in order for her to come out and make a false claim against Aziz Mohammed. Now, subsequently, Doggy took to his live. I'm just going to show this clip quick because we're going to go to the live that he actually did today, right? So I'm just going to show you this quick clip to remind you of what Doggy said transpired. And then we're going to take it from there.
I'm going to break down everything to you. I want to thank God for our future president, Mr. Aziz Mohammed. Yes, If Mr. Azadeen Mohammed say I'm a fan, I am. I like Mr. Azadeen Mohammed more than Sheriff like him, more than Ameir like Azadeen. I'm obsessed with the guy. The guy is cool. He's loyal. He's real. He have a lot of genuine love in his heart, okay? I want to continue following him. I want to continue to be a fan of him. Do you understand me? Most certainly of all, I'm going to continue to be loyal to him. Right? You guys don't have to like me. I don't have to get your credibility. You know what I'm saying? When you down, it shows people, right? It shows people who really riding with you. A lot of you guys quick to judge me. Doggy, y'all quick to talk all of these stuff with no proof or nothing behind, okay? I'm a very, very extraordinary, smart young man. I don't look smart, I don't act smart, but I'm very smart, right? Now, this time we got going on is election time, right? I was being victimized and I was being spied from the Guyana police force and the PPP government regime. They take away my rights. I'm going to break it down for you. We're going to start from the starting, how this whole incident started. I want to apologize on behalf of myself and behalf of the Win Party. I let my actions get the best of me. And I want to apologize on behalf of all females there. We as men, we got to protect the woman and we have to control ourselves. A man that hold himself accountable or accountability for his action, I'm not perfect. So is Azadeen. I don't want to follow somebody who is perfect. I want to follow somebody who loves the people and treat them equally. Okay? I'm continuing to support and back Mr. Azadeen Mohammed as president, and I'm going to continue to follow him. I'm a fan of the guy. I love the guy more than Ameir. Let me put this out to you. A lot of you guys running with critics and sheriff security news and all of these fucking bullshit, okay? Let's talk what is facts and what is truth. Now, critics said, oh, the scrapes, he addressed all of us as the scrapes. Oh, for the Win Party, they're fighting off $50,000 they're supposed to get. That's wrong. Now, I have my business. Through my business, I hire 47 workers, right? The workers that I hired included that young lady. I hired them so they could give out water. Wasn't for clean no seawall, wasn't a campaign. I hired them, myself, hired them through my company so they could share out water to the protesters. The day when I hired these workers, I never said, okay, well, I'm going to pay you this or I'm going to pay you that. I never had a money conversation with none of these 47 workers. I said to them, according to how you guys work, you guys is going to get a permanent job. That's my word to them. I got to watch them working. Anyway, they did a fantastic job. I must applaud all the workers who share out workers, who share out waters. I want to say I thank you guys. Secondly, this is how I hire the workers. I went on my Facebook platform and I put up a post. I'm looking for 40 workers. Meet me at coffee. Through my Facebook page, I hire these person. Everybody meet me at coffee. I take them to one of my offices and we discuss business, right? Secondly, the following day, the individual, the young lady, gathered a lot of people there at coffee without my knowledge. I was at home in my bed. I was at home in my bed. I said, you know what, Doggy, you're a boss. You can't get your workers working there. I leave. I collect a lump sum of money to go and pay the worker. When I arrive there, I pay each worker $10,000 cash. At a certain, my money run out. The young lady, she's like, no, she wants 50,000. She get extremely violent with me. I'm not mad at her. I'm not mad at her, and I forgive her. As a young man, we have to forgive each other. I'm not mad at her. You understand me? I'm not mad at her, but you cannot bully me. You cannot bully me. She did what she did. She was aggressive. She shy a bottle at me. You know, she scuffled at me. She break another bottle. It is okay. You understand me? I forgive her. I hold no animosity or malice towards her. On that occasion there, After me and the young lady exchanged little words, I put her in my car and she remained the whole night with me. Right? No harm. The guy in the police force vehicle come there. Doggy, everything is okay. The young lady said to the guy in the police force, yes, me and my brother playing wrong. She like, yes, me and Doggy playing wrong. That was our words to the guy in the police force. Okay? No police report was made at that time. The wicked government, they put out a wanted bulletin for me a few hours after that, when no police report has been made for me. You see the wickedness, right? Like I said, this politics shit is very serious.
So if you listen, he's basically apologizing for his behavior. He's saying that he knows that he did wrong by that female. He should never have reacted in such an aggressive manner. However, he then alluded to an entire conspiracy to out the PPP's corruption. But first of all, I gotta say this, Doggy, you really ought not to hire people to give out waters and not have a money discussion with them. Basically, you are basically giving them work for in-kind promises, and that's not legal in itself. That's considered modern day slavery. Everybody must work for a minimum wage if you are offering a job. Otherwise, you are basically offering a voluntary role, and you need to be transparent with the fact that you are volunteering for this. And from the voluntary role, if I'm happy with how you work, I will offer you a permanent job. That's not a job advert. That's a voluntary advert. And that would have avoided the whole passa between you and her wanting money and, negotiating a higher salary, which she's entitled to do, by the way. Anybody who takes a job is in a position to negotiate, if they feel that they deserve more, a higher salary. All right. It led to what it led to. But Doggy, what come afterwards? I need to ask you one question. Was that gun a legal handgun? Was it a BB gun or was it an illegal handgun? Because there's lots of talk going on about whether or not you possess illegal firearms. And even Sheriff himself has come out and he's alluded to such, right? I'm just going to play a part of what Sheriff said in his podcast where he mentions this.
Doggy, let me start off on how I know Doggy. And you see, when you have a good heart, this here is get you into trouble a lot. Now, I met Doggy one day. Doggy and one of my uncles took a picture of it and they sent it to me. I said, what y'all sending me this for? That's what I said. I said, what y'all sending me this for? This doesn't make no sense, right? Anyways, last week, Saturday or Friday, can't remember, Doggy came to the original Sheriff bar. And of course, I really didn't want him there because he's a uncredible character. Never met Doggy before. Actually, I lied. I met Doggy when Azadin Muhammad was charged or questioned with the drone operator story. That's when I met him and I talked to him, and he was a nice guy. I don't have anything bad to say about Doggy, right? Now, the second time I met Doggy, the second time I met Doggy was by the bar. This was last week. So, Doggy with the pompous style and he trying to be rich and, show the public that, he has money and whatever. You know how these people without money behave, right? They're not like me who can wear one short and one pants and one thing. I got 40 the same short, but I could care less. I just want to put on a shirt and run out in the morning. Doggy begged me for a bottle of champagne. So I went up to the waitress and I say, what happened? Look, you just ignore this guy, right? Because I am there to make money. I'm not there 3 o'clock in the morning not to make any money, right? So Doggy begged me for the bottle of champagne. About 16 times this man come up to me and beg me for the bottle of champagne. I will pull up the images from the bar And I will just put that part up on our next podcast of how many times Doggy begged me for the bottle of champagne. So I gave it to him. I was like, I ain't here with this man. And my security was telling me, listen, don't let Doggy around you, right? Because he has an illegal firearm on him, right?
He's claiming that everything was staged, where he at first completely rejected the PPP, saying that he didn't want to, rejected the Win party, claiming that he wanted to be with the PPP because the Win party had cast him aside. And yes, indeed, Mohammed did say that he's not a member of the Win party, but he is in fact a fan.
Yeah.
Is he still a member or a
No,
supporter?
he's not a member. He's a fan. He's a supporter.
I know right now I'm upset and I'm tired. I'm riding for a party who don't have my back. I'm fucking upset and I'm tired. I'm leaving the fucking Win party and I'm gonna join a party that was out for the people. I'm fucking tired. I don't want nobody call me. I don't want nobody say fucking nothing. I'm gonna choose my home party now. I'm really, really tired of the fucking Win party. We're not going anywhere.
So, Doggy was coming across as though he was all upset about it. And this video, this voice note, leaked from the internet with a conversation between him and Sheriff. Now, Sheriff is a podcaster. I don't understand how Sheriff getting involved in all this politics thing. Apparently, there was some family connections with Mohammed. I'm not saying anything else, but this guy, he's got no qualms with regards to defending himself. So I'm gonna let you hear the voice note for yourself, and you can hear the discussion between himself and Doggy.
And get permission from the top dog for say, hey, all right, you're gonna go to the station tomorrow. You understand my point?
Yeah.
They're gonna take out your photo. If I gotta come to the fuck, you know me. If
Yeah,
if I gotta come to the fucking front line,
Yeah.
I can come. You don't stress about it. Right?
Makes sense.
You do the fucking video and I will make sure that I am in the front line tomorrow for you. Right?
Alright.
I can show you what true leadership is.
All right.
Not a fucking jackass. Cause when he in the mansion and you in fucking Camp Street, who can bring food for you? Alright, well, people can bring food for you. But you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, definitely.
You're making your little bread right now, make your little bread and move on. I know what I tell you. The man tell me two things. And he didn't elaborate. He said, tell Doggy long term or short term.
Yeah.
You understand my point?
Yeah.
And I know what you mean. When time is right, you understand my point?
Yeah,
Just don't mention PPP name because remember you fight to the lead. You understand my point?
Yeah.
But you gotta fuck Muhammad name. You gotta call his name. The man don't got nowhere to go and y'all ain't listening to me. Good. I'll wait on the video before I send him on.
Good.
Now, I don't know how in God's name Sheriff can defend this. And he's defending it, You want to hear him on his podcast, making it look as though, listen, he was, basically setting a trap for Doggy. Not a tingo so. You can't be setting a rat trap and telling the man that he needs to mess up Azim Mohammed's name. You are doing that because you are hoping that Doggy plays into your hands and does what he needs to do. You are claiming that this was all a setup and you knew it was going to leak. But yet, even on your podcast, you hesitated to play the rest of this video. You only played a little bit and started talking over it because you're guilty. And I don't understand why it is that you thought that you had Doggy in your hand. You hear what I'm calling him? Name Doggy is a dog. It's deliberate. He is going to play cards to his own benefit. And this is the thing that I think, Doggy, you know what you're doing. I do not believe that you were doing anything but making sure that you got the most out of a situation. And I'm not saying that Doggy is not a Win fan and an Azim Mohammed fan. I'm not saying that. I am saying that Doggy goes where the bone is bigger and sweeter and juicier. And it's clear to him that the PPP are not going to win. In his mind, he believes that they are the less opportunistic party for him. So he has gone where he's going to get the most benefits. And he sees Aziz Mohammed as that pathway. But this is not to say that he doesn't see good in what the Win Party does for the people. But if there was no opportunity there, I genuinely don't believe Doggy would look in the Win direction. I do think that Doggy is a capitalist. I do think that Doggy goes where the opportunities lie. But anyway, let's hear what this sheriff said in defense of this voice note. And you tell me what you think in the comments.
I called Doggy. Doggy messaged me on a different number, and he called me on this number at 10:55 p.m. and we had a conversation, right? And he purposely went and he deleted the conversation. But the conversation went like this: Ameir, I in trouble. I need to borrow $10 million. I said, what do you mean you're in trouble? Because I didn't know the story then. I didn't see the video then. Oh, no. I lied. I saw the video. So, he said, you want to borrow $10 million? He ain't got no money. But knowing, if anybody who know me, you catching $10 million out of me. I don't lend friends, family, strangers, nobody money, because I owe the bank more money than I could count. Then I could actually count in this intelligent brain of mine. So we did have a conversation. And that is what Sheriff Podcast is about. But the conversation that you heard this morning, right? The conversation that you heard this morning, where Doggy say, hold on. Producer, can you play back that video, please? Okay, he doesn't have the video at the moment, but I want to hear the video back for a second, because it's funny to me that these people can edit videos so well. Mia Khalifa, aka Hannah. Hold on. Let me pull back this video.
And get permission from the top dog to say, hey, alright, you're gonna go to the station tomorrow. You understand my point? Yeah. You're gonna take out your photo.
So my point is, the only human dog I know in Guyana is Doggy. Let's get back to the point of me lending money. I don't lend nobody money, boss, because I got bills to pay. Second, I own a podcast and a news network. I wanted content, right? So Doggy fell for my trick, right, of telling him what I told him, right? He fell for my trick that I will help him to show his loyalty, because he has you know what is said, two thieves that make God lie, God laugh. This is exactly what happened in this situation, right? Because I baited him, I baited Doggy into saying those things. You want to know why I baited him? Because I wanted to show that Team Muhammad's party has no substance, has no followers, has no real followers without money, without dinero. Because he like those, Muhammad like those Spanish girls, so he knows the word dinero a lot, right? So I baited him, and that's why I could have those unedited version of those videos posting up.
You see that nervous laugh, that shuffle in his chair? Sheriff, you've been busted. And it's so funny to me because he can't even repeat. Ameir cannot repeat what he actually said to Doggy. And as I said to you, look how he cuts off that voice though, because he doesn't want that repeated on his podcast to show his slimy ways. I'm sorry, but Doggy is the one who has hustled you. And even if he's asking you for 10 million and blah blah blah, as you can clearly see, he still managed to do his thing in the court of law and have his lawyer and not use your 10 million. He was seeing what he could get out of you. And when I listened to Doggy's explanation, I just had to shake my head. You see, I'm going to say this. You see this commotion that is happening around the Win Party? It's not a positive image for the leader of this party. Aziz Mohammed needs to tame the dog, domesticate the dog, because him doing these things does not paint your party in a good light. You don't want to come across as a party that deals with con artistry in order to win. And at the end of the day, yes, Doggy is himself, he's his own character. And now that you have distinguished that he's just a fan, I suppose he's got his freedom of speech to say and do whatever. But if he's doing it in the name of the win party, it can be problematic for you. I'm going to play Doggy's explanation. You let me know what you think about it in the comments. Do you believe that this is exactly what Doggy intended?
This is what I'm about to say, right? Now, the Guyana Police Force put out a wanted bulletin for me with a lot of charges, right? The question I want to know, who instruct the Guyana Police Force to put out me wanted bulletin? Me, Doggy, wanted bulletin. Without even a police report was made. They violated my rights. I was victimized. They violated my rights. I don't like that. In this country, we have laws and we have rights. Okay? We have laws and we have rights. We're moving down the line. Let me break it down to you. So I was charged with three charges yesterday for a court tomorrow in the presence of my lawyer. When I show up at court today, the police take me back and then they bring me back with 3 additional charges. They never read me my rights. They never tell me what I'm getting charged. I went in front of the judge with 6 charges. Why am I being victimized by the government? That's the question I want to ask myself. Why am I being victimized by the government? If it's not Doggy, it's Aziz Mohammed. Doggy, Aziz Mohammed. Everything is Doggy, Aziz Mohammed. I want to put this out there, right? I want to put this out there. When I was representing the PPP government all the way in the United States of America, when I was coursing for them, disrespecting people for them, right? When I was in America, y'all didn't know, oh, y'all didn't want Doggy. Y'all didn't know y'all didn't want Doggy. Am I a fucking puppy show? Am I a fucking clown ass nigga? Oh, it's like that. Okay. Let me tell you this, right? The PPP government, they use you, and when they don't use you, they get rid of you. They get rid of you, okay? You see, a lot of us was there for the money. My advice to you guys, take the fucking money. Take the money and make them a scunt, okay? Take the money. They're very wicked and corrupt. This government here is so fucking wicked and corrupt. To us, as the people in this country, they have no respect for us. You understand? They don't care about us. They literally don't care about us. I watched the vice president yesterday on a live, and he said, this is what he said. He lied on me. Oh, I saw Doggy on a video beating a woman in her head, or a girl in her head with a gun, badly beaten. I was in the fucking court today where there's not a fucking, what do you call it? A doctor note or a medical. I was in the court today when the vice president of this fucking country lied on me and said he see me on a video beating a woman. Badly fucking beating a woman. Am I allowed to put my hands on female? No, you're not gonna lie on my fucking name. You're not gonna lie on my name. That's what the government does all the fucking time. They come out here, sell us a fucking dream and lie in our face. How could you beat somebody in the fucking head and there's no medical? When the judge asked today, where is the medical? No fucking medical. Are you dumb? Don't play with my name. Okay? Now, I'm going to tell y'all what is breaking news. Y'all talk the fucking one sheriff security Ameir for me. You're not going to lie on my name. When the wanted bulletin was out for me, I want you to tell the government you contacted a wanted man and want to fucking shelter me. This is what you said. And like I said, I got the evidence. I like to prove, right? You think I'm a dunce, Ameir? You think I'm a fucking piece of shit, scrawly fucking dog? Well, I got news for you, Ameir. Call your boss. I didn't know Ameir had a boss. Ameir called me. I never called this motherfucker. He called me, said, Doggy, I saw what is going on. I want to rent you. I want to save you, my friend. We, he used the word we. So my word was, what you mean we? He said, you know the boss, this country got one boss. BJ Barajagdio. He called it fucking name. I recorded the motherfucker. Y'all talk the vice president. Don't worry with that video with your ass circulating. I get the real fucking video. With every single conversation. You know what his words was to me? Y'all talk Mohammed too. He said, Doggy, me and my boss, we want you to fuck around as a dean. That's what he said. We want you to fuck up as a dean. Talk bad things about him. Talk bad things about him. He also said, I'm going to send you the crime chief wife number. She's a lawyer. And they're going to pay it. And they're going to pay me to come over there. But he said, you can't go back to fucking Azadine. You coming over on our side. This was his fucking words. I got it all on fucking recording. Oh, you think I'm a dunce? So everybody want to think Doggy's a fucking dunce. But y'all want to bash me. You know what I did? I said, okay, I made 3 videos for him.
Oh boy, Doggy is not easy at all. So you listened and you heard exactly how he explained it. And I have to laugh because, listen, politicians take the masses for fools all the time. And it's always hilarious when the masses get a one-up on the politicians. Yes, indeed. And this is the embarrassment that Sheriff is trying to protect his image from. But unfortunately, it done gone bad already. You cannot imagine that this man who you are trying to recruit back to the PPP, because remember, he was originally with the PPP and he has now switched sides and he's gone over to the Win Party. He is trying to recruit him back and use him as a pawn to tear down Azim Mohammed. And it did not work. In fact, he was ahead of the game and released the voice notes, the videos or whatever, to show that, listen, you were trying to get me to say nasty things about Mohammed. You wanted me to use my platform, use my influencer role against the Win Party, and I'm not going to do it. Nothing can wipe out that statement that you made, that he needs to F around with Mohammed's name. That's exactly what you said, and you meant it, and it did not work. And all of this is laughable. So whoever wants to say that Doggy is a fool, Doggy is an idiot, yes, he's a troublemaker, but he's smarter than the average. And he knows exactly what he's doing because he's using the manipulative, corrupt ways of the PPP against them. And he's using their own voices to reveal their dirty, scandalous ways. Absolutely brilliant, if you ask me. That's a checkmate.
Now, later on in the night, we had about 2 or 3 conversations, right? Because I continued to bait him throughout the night, right? Right? Because he keep on calling, he say worried, then he call me back 1 minute, he say, you hear the police looking for him, so my advice is to him is stay in your house, lock your door, they can't come in without a warrant, which is the laws of Guyana, right? Unless you commit a murderous crime or something like that. I'm not 100% sure how that works, right? So when I wake up this morning, I had a good 5 minutes laugh because the man fell for my bait. Right? The man even, as you can see on the screen there, the man say you want to change over to the PPP. And you hear what Jagdev said yesterday? Jagdev said, Doggy, not this party. It got to be the APNU party. So, they edit the part where I say I can talk to some top dog. Which top dog I know? The only dog I know in Guyana, a human dog, is Doggy. So me now, here I tell you, right? I was like, hey, Doggy, you can go to jail for 30 years, man. You pull out a gun, right? So he said, no, it was a BB gun. I said, nevertheless, how the police gonna know it's a BB gun? It showed like a regular gun. He said, no, 100% Ameir is a BB gun, right? So I said, all right, do your thing. I said, hey, in the morning, you're gonna go and turn yourself into the police, and you know you're gonna go through the normal procedure of, you know, whatever procedure the police has, their SOPs of charging somebody. But don't worry, you're gonna be taken care of. But before you're gonna be taken care of, here's what I need you to do, and here's where the bait happened, and here's where he fell for my bait, right? And he realized the next day when I didn't answer his call, it was a bait. I said to him, hey, Mohammed, you gonna go Camp Street for your gun story? Well, me, you know if you can go Camp Street or not. He's not the police, he's not the DPP. I just made that shit up, right? So I said Mohammed can go in his mansion, right? And you gonna be in Camp Street. The most I can bring for you or anybody can bring for you is food, right? And as you heard what Mohammed said yesterday when he came out of Romville police station, this man is at the police station every day. Jesus, help him. Because Allah look like he, right? So he may get switch religion soon. Because it's every day. Man, you need help, right? So anyways, I thinking, alright, so what I do is I say, look, you cuss up Mohammed on a video and send it to me. But I promise you I'm not going to release this video, right? I tell you have my word, Doggy, I ain't releasing this video, right? Doggy go cuss up Mohammed. I said, no. I said, no, that's not good enough. You got to cuss this man up again. So you do another video cussing me up. He's do the win party money, blah, 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 blah. Remember I baiting this man all the time. But remember the man name is Doggy, right? So anybody who consider themselves and their name Doggy can't be intelligent enough to understand when somebody is baiting them, right? So right away I send the video to my editor, say, hey, cue this up for the morning, right? Bam, the whole story happened, video came out, Mohammed distanced himself, right? And that's why I have the raw footages. So at the point where where the clip is running, it is true. But when I talked to the top dog, I said, Doggy, you is the top dog in the country, and the top dog can't do things like that, right? Meaning, the top dog got cuss up Mohammed more and cuss up the win party and tell the win supporters that what is going on. Now it's political season, right? It's politics season. It's a dangerous season. You just get bait all the time and you don't realize it. Now, stupid Hannah Khalifa, right? Go and take it, edit it apart. I see she put up me, a prominent picture of a prominent, a brilliant politician, and myself, right? And she fell for the bait too. So I guess the whole family ain't got no sense. Mr. Shell Nazar Mohammed, I suggest that you hire, I don't know if you're backing your son or not, but I really suggest you hire a proper PR campaign and a proper person or persons for your son. Because he's getting bait left, right, and center. That's exactly what it is, right? He's getting bait. And not he's getting bait, the people around him are baiting him. Because Doggy asked me for about $10 million. Me now thinking how I can get some content out of this man because I own a podcast, right? The man even say he willing to join the PPP. I got it on text message. I can hand the police over my phone now, right? That he want to change over to the PPP, but the PPP will never accept him because he's a woman abuser.
So let me see if I understand this correctly. You, Sheriff, you advised Doggy how to avoid arrest, resist arrest. You told him to lock himself up because then they'd have to have a warrant to enter his property. You also told him to discard off the BB gun. So you were telling him how to hide evidence. All of this you were doing in an attempt to bait up Doggy for your content because you have a podcast, while at the same time you are advising him to slate Mohammed and to say bad things about the win party. And you are claiming that, oh, he sent you a text. Yeah, I saw the text that you put up on your podcast that he said he wants to go back to the PPP. He also said it in a video. Doggy said it. You think Doggy care? You really think he cares? The thing is that all of this, Doggy is now claiming he is using it in order to draw you guys out to show how corrupt you are. And even though Doggy is doing what Doggy does, which, as I said, it's definitely mischief, it's definitely troublemaking, you are also being baited. And that's the part that you are not seeing. Because you are now confessing to the fact that you wanted to help Doggy to hide a crime. And you think that that was a smart thing to do? Now here you are calling him a woman abuser. But in the next breath, you said this.
He's a woman abuser. And yes, viewers, one time I did throw a vase at the wall, and a little piece of glass ricocheted and hit my wife on the head, and that was it. There's absolutely no reason for me to lie. Right? And you know what's so funny? I want the Guyanese public to know, to understand. Don't be fooled by these liars. They lie to save tax. They lie to save on the 10,000 kilograms of gold that they've smuggled, and they will run with anything, and they will make up and they will edit videos. Now I have a podcast. They can go and they can AI generate, they can edit, they can edit an entire podcast of me saying shit about the PPP if they want, because again, they won't hear me cursing the PPP, but they can make up stuff that will make viewers think otherwise. That is their MO. So let's start from topic one. Mohammed told Doggy that he can be Minister of Home Affairs. Well, it gotta be Doggy Affairs or Stupid Affairs, because maybe if he win by some miracle, God, I don't know, maybe my God got tsunami in this country before he win. Because the only person voting for he is he and Doggy and Fata and what the Walrus name. Anyways, that's one. Two, Mohammed yesterday came out and distanced himself and said that Doggy is not a member of the Win Party. Right? He never was, he never is, he's just a supporter and a fan. That's two. Three, Doggy come out and said that he started the Win Party. He gave the Win Party their name, he funded in it, he giving out the money, he getting the scrape heads, he getting everything. That's three. Four, I baited Doggy in 2 or 3 videos. It was 4 videos I baited him on, but I forgot to save the first 2. I forgot to hit save on my phone. So I baited him to show that he has no loyalty to nobody, right? No loyalty to nobody, right? And he fell for it and he sent me, then he deleted all of it. But I already saved it. I smart, buddy. He's a doctor. Well, honorary doctor.
You're smart. And you forgot to hit save on your phone. What kind of phone do you have? Most mobile phones, or cell phones as we call them in the Caribbean, you press record, it automatically saves the moment you stop recording. So what hit save are you talking about? It's fool you're taking people for, you know, brother. You're taking people for idiots. And yes, Doggy may have said those things. Anybody who listens to Doggy knows that Doggy, he inflates himself and says all sorts. You have to be able to pick sense out of nonsense. You stupid or what? You really believe the things that he's saying it as gospel? Come on. Then you don't know Doggie's sense of humor. The little time that I've been watching Doggie, I already can tell what his sense of humor is. Okay. So you clearly you clearly fell for the things that he said, and you're trying to make it seem as though he was speaking factually. And anybody who knows Doggy knows what to take seriously and what not to take seriously. So you can't fool the crowd with that. In addition, you're talking about AI generated, etc., etc. But somehow, if they were so capable of doing all this AI generated videos and voices and stuff, which we all know in a technological world is possible, why did they just do that little clip of the things that you said? They could have made you say far worse things against Muhammad, if that's the case. But they put out something that was truthful, and you're trying to cast doubt and aspersions by planting that idea in people's head that the video could have been spliced and diced and AI'd, none of which is true. It was your voice telling the people to mess around with Aziz Mohammed. You wanted them to bring scandal to the man's name, and you are doing it in the name of the PPP. You are doing it because you are against Win Party winning. And it's clear as day that your agenda is to secure your own pockets. So you keep referring to all the scandals attached to Mohammed's name. And you are referring to all the things that I even heard you refer to his love of Spanish women. Listen, if your wife don't have a problem, I don't have nothing to say about that, because all of you men, anyway, let's leave that. That's a different topic. The point is that you are deliberately putting these things out there because you are pro PPP winning. And you are hoping that you could have recruited somebody who the Win Party had on the inside to destroy them from the inside out. And it didn't work. And that is the bottom line. You ought to be ashamed, really. And I think you are, in fact, very embarrassed. Hence, you're coming up with all these highfalutin arguments that do not stick and don't make any sense. Anyway, let's go to the live that Doggy did today. He put the icing on the cake. Yep, this is the last clip. Take a listen.
I'm not done with Ameir as yet. Y'all tag that bastard for me. Tag Ameir the bastard for me. I want to show you guys something. Like I said, I don't like people play with my name, okay? I don't like people to play with my name. Don't ever, in your goddamn thoughts, call me a liar. Do not. Do not call me a liar. Do not. Okay, I'm very angry and I'm very upset. A lot of us, we like to switch and turn stories to their own narrative, okay? So let's go to conversations now. AM, look. This is him, right? Ameir the bastard. Ameir the bastard, look. Wednesday. Ameir the bastard, this call was on Wednesday, right? Voice call. Okay? Good. Click on his name. Look. This one, 10:55 p.m., it lasts for 5 minutes. Right? Look, incoming, look. Incoming, look. Incoming. 5 minutes we talk. The next call, 4 minutes, 11:01. 11:01, right? 11:01, 10:55 and 4 minutes, 11:01. You deleted a message. The message, I deleted that message. Then he said, change over to PPP. After I send that video, disrespecting Mohammed. 1 minute call back. 2 minutes call back. I delete, these stuff I delete is not text messages, it's videos. I'm going to show you guys, right? Remember, look. Let me show you guys, look. Let me show you guys, look. Look here. Look. 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 Hear that? I want y'all to listen to that piece. Listen to that piece. Right? So He said he's gonna send me the crime chief wife number. She's a lawyer. They're gonna pay the bill for me. Now let's go back into our messages. Now watch. Look here. Look. Look. Let me confirmation. Look, he said, let me get confirmation. After I send the video for him that they asked me to disrespecting Azzedine Mohammed, he said, good. I said, your turn now, 11:25. He said, let me get a confirmation from his boss. I said, okay. He called back. Look. He called. Look. Lachmin Ramnath, lawyer, watch. He sent me the fucking numbers. Look, lawyers. He sent me the numbers. Look, he said, she didn't answer, but first thing, I'll talk to her. Look, first thing, I'll talk to her, right? Let's go to my phone. Let's go to my phone now. I want you to see the time. Call that bastard. We're not playing this. Good. So, remember, look, 1 video, 2 video, 3 video, right? 4 video. Look, 1, 2, 3, 4 video. These is the recordings. I recorded them after I made the 4 videos. I want you to see the stuff add up. Look at the stuff that I deleted. Look. 1 delete, 2 delete, 3 delete, 4 delete. Okay? After I done send him the stuff that I made that he asked me to, I delete all 4 videos. Let's go back to my phone now. Look. Video number 1. Look. Like I said, I make one in the dark. Look.
Yeah, I'm fucking tired. I'm tired. I'm quitting right now. I'm quitting the fucking win party. I had enough. I don't want to be going and paying people for do all these bad stuff and say all this shit and support us. I don't want it anymore. Mohammed, you supposed to got me. You put me to the wolf. You let me for fucking die and rotten. I'm quitting. I want to join a real party which represented the real people. And I approve this fucking message. I don't want to work for Mohammed anymore. I do not want to work for him anymore. I'm fucking quit. I'm going on my own right now. That's it. Free agent. Fuck out.
Good. So I sent him that video. He said, no, it's too dark. That's why he called me. You see all the calls? Is he calling me? Is he calling fucking me? I make another video now, right? This was the other video I make.
You know what? This is what. I had enough. I'm tired. I'm leaving the win party and I'm going over to the PPP party. I had enough. You know what I'm saying? And enough is enough. I'm not going anywhere. When you're with somebody, you gotta be with that person. I've risked my life and I've sacrificed myself for the right thing. Who got me? I got them.
You see?
What?
Then I make another video. Look, the other video I make. They didn't like that one.
I know. Right now I'm upset and I'm tired. I'm ready for a party who don't have my back. I'm fucking upset and I'm tired. I'm leaving the fucking win party and I'm gonna join a party that was out for the people. I'm fucking tired. I don't want nobody to call me. I don't want nobody to say fucking nothing. I'm gonna choose my home party now. I'm really, really tired of the fucking win party. We're not going anywhere.
Good.
I know.
You guys saw that, right? So that is the 4 videos, right? That is the 4, 1, 2, 3. Oh, there's another one. 1, 2, 3. There's another one right here. Look.
I'm fucking upset.
And he like this one. He like this one.
I don't want nobody saying nothing to me. I'm leaving the fucking win party.
Look.
Officially. I'm fucking tired. I'm calling the shots. I'm paying people. I'm doing all of this. And you're gonna left me for fucking dead? It's a no for fucking me. I'm gonna join a party who got me. Real people. Do you understand me? I'm fucking tired of Mohammed. I'm tired of every fucking body. Fuck you.
You see? God. So
Fucking up.
that's the 4 stuff he said he think is text messages. It wasn't text messages. That's the 4 video I made to them. Remember the first one, it was dark. He didn't like that. Look what he said now. So after I sent that one, he's like, okay, let me get, look, I said, your turn now, right? Let me get confirmation. Now, they really think I'm stupid. He was like, to get these here, you got to make my boss feel proud. You got to make, because his boss telling him to do that, right? You got to make him feel proud. We're going to get rid of all the charges for you. You're not going to do 30 years. This fucking liar. Did I kill somebody, motherfucker? Did I kill somebody? Did I shoot somebody? Did I get drugs?
30-year bugger. You fucking dumb. Oh, we don't know the law. We don't know the fucking law. You're gonna get it right. Tag that fucking bastard. I ain't done with him. Don't you lie on my name. Don't you lie on my name, Ameir. Don't you ever lie on my name. Okay? Don't you do that. Don't ever do that. Don't lie on my name. Right? Don't you ever lie on my fucking name. Don't you ever do that. Right? Don't you ever do that. And watch, look. This is me and the boss. Azadin Mohammed. You see, I forward the videos. Look, 1021. Look, I forward it. Look. I'm never a fucking traitor. You fucking dickhead. Yeah, you think you were setting me? I'm never a fucking traitor. After I come off with you, after I come off the phone with you, I said it directly to him. You dickhead. So, oh, Doggie's a liar. Doggie's a liar. No. You fucking bozo. Don't play with my fucking name. Never ever you play with my name. And this is when I started recording him now. I did my own recording with my other phone. Look. Look. See in the dark. Look.
Fucking video if you don't cost.
Eerie.
What's the big deal? But I would, if a man tell me, no, go and drive me fucking car for the devil, but you stay out the jail. Them man planning for jail for 30 years.
Here.
Right?
So you hear what he said? Them man planning for jail for 30 years. So they want me to come over on their side, disrespect Muhammad and his fucking family and everybody on the win party. So y'all gonna make a deal with me. You think I got boo-boo, the fucking fool? Yeah, I'm a dog with tricks.
I don't want to laugh. I don't want to laugh at all. Look at that. You see? Doggy forwarded everything that you tried to get him to do. He forwarded it to Muhammad. He forwarded it to the win party to let them know, to give them the heads up about what you were trying to get him to do. You scared him into thinking that, oh my God, you're going to end up in prison for how many years and blah, blah, blah. You thought you had somebody you could manipulate because you know why? From what I can see in this sheriff guy, this sheriff brother, he looks down on Black people. He looks down on poor people. He looks down on people who he considers to be, not intelligent enough, not educated enough. He thinks that people with street smarts are stupid. That's what he thinks. He thinks that because of Doggie's personality, because of who he is, his persona, that he's got no brain between his ears. And therefore, he thought he had a goon. He had somebody who he could use and manipulate against the win party. What a devious act that has been revealed. And if you're going to play that politically dirty, it only points to one thing, that you see a threat in Azim Mohammed. And you have to do all sorts in order to try to win this election that's coming up in September. It's not a good look for the PPP. But, Azim Mohammed, I'm still going to warn you. Tame your dog, yeah? Tame him. Because this dog is out for more bones. And he will create more havoc and more confusion leading up to your election, which you don't really need. But guys, I'm going to end this video on this clip. And when you see this, just laugh with me because it's one doggy on the app. Remember me tell you, if you've made it this far into the video, before you exit after watching this clip, hit the like, share, and subscribe button, especially if you're new to my channel. Yep, don't forget to hit that bell because then you get notified whenever I drop a video. Big up your nice clean self. This is your girl, Head Teacher K, and I'm out.
I'm just a fan. And I quote, I'm a follower. I like Ameir. I love Azadin so much. I love him more than his wife. Mr. Azadin, our future president, no homo. I love you, my brother. I love you. Okay? I love you. From the bottom of my heart. It's not a fake love. I really love you. I'm just a fan. I'm just a fan. Yes. Win all the way. Win all the way.
Exactly. We gotta put stop that, man. And all y'all were listening it and think it's give is a fucking joke. Don't let these people lie to y'all. Don't let her lie to y'all. You know what I learned in the court? What I hear the judge said? It's what you could prove. It's what you could prove. It's what you could prove. I want to call Ameir right now. Let me call Ameir the bastard. Let me call Ameir the bastard. I want to call him. I want to call Ameir right now. Let me call Ameir the fucking bastard. Let's get Ameir a call. Call Ameir. Maybe he's sleeping. He always sleep late. I'm going to send him a voice note. Ameir, I'm calling you. How can you go against your brother? You wanted to help me, Ameir. Oh my God. Call Ameir. Ameir, I'm calling you. How can you go against your brother? You wanted to help me, Ameir. Oh my God. I don't know. This shit is too funny. Oh my God, this shit is too funny.